Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Whiskey Talk with Mario. I have my whiskey poured. Do you?
And I have my wine poured.
Today we have a special guest again, but today she's my co-host, not my special guest. I'm sorry, that title is over.
Oh,
You are now a co-host.
I upgraded you guys.
Okay. There wasn't enough whiskey for her, so she'll be sipping on that wine. But you know what?
You were whining down with Sam. It's all good.
Exactly, winding down with Sam. Hey, that's a good podcast name. Look at that. Okay, this might be the spinoff. Whiskey Talk with Mario.
Yeah, I'm keeping the hat.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to be completely honest and open with you. I recorded a whole podcast episode a few minutes ago, and nothing got recorded because some weird thing was going on with the hard drive. It damaged the recording, and I was pissed off, and I was like, God damn, but then here we are.
I blame the ghost.
Blame the ghost. Ghost. God damn. So, as you can see, I have the balloons in the back that say 35. I'm officially 35 years old, ladies and gentlemen. I never thought I was going to make it, but here I am, 35 years old. And as a gift, she got me this whiskey smoker kit. All right, so we're going to be trying it out. Where's oh, here it is. So I got the cherry flavor. So these are the wood chips, cherry flavor. This is one of the best gifts I've ever gotten.
You're welcome.
I'll let you try a little bit of it too. Okay. This is my fancy lighter.
That looks so cool on camera.
Does it?
Yeah.
They're gonna lie, it's a little scary.
Why don't you set the phone thing on fire? That'd be wild.
I know that would suck.
Oh my god, this smells so good. I wish your listeners / viewers can smell this. Oh my god, it smells so good.
I don't know how long you're supposed to smoke it for, to be honest with you.
Probably a few seconds. Oh yeah, your glass is smoke. Ooh.
And then I just put that there and let it smoke, right?
Yeah, like 30 seconds.
30 seconds? All right.
However long you want the flavor to envelop.
While that's smoking out, I'm going to light up my last cigar. These are Al Capone's. I always talk about them, but they are delicious. These are the Sweets Al Capone's cognac dipped.
Tastes like chocolate. I like it.
It's like cognac, but sure, chocolate too.
Excuse me.
How do you open this? Okay, here we go. And I am on my last one. Jeez, of course. Yeah, last one.
Damn, Daniel.
So these are little cigars. They're not cigarettes, although they're the size of a cigarette. But they're actually little cigars that you can smoke. You know, when you smoke a cigar, it kind of gives you a head rush. Sometimes if you're not used to nicotine or tobacco, it'll make you nauseous and make you feel sick in your stomach. Well, these, you avoid that problem because it's a smaller cigar. So it keeps you from getting nauseous, from getting very lightheaded. You know, it's when you're getting into this stuff, you start with that stuff. Or even if you're already an experienced cigar smoker, you can still tone it down a little bit, you know, with the Al Capones.
And these are enjoyable. I'm not a smoker. And I like these.
Exactly. All right. Look at this. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but this is... No, you can.
Between the smell of the cigar and that, oh my god.
Here, you want to try some?
Yeah, here you go. We'll trade.
Jeez, of course.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I smell the cherry before. Oh my god.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know how I'm going to top my gift for Christmas, but damn.
All right, so let's get this podcast started. The reason you guys are tuning in is you guys want to hear about what's going on out there in the world, okay? There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, a lot we need to cover. So let's start with topic number one. So, all right, so you guys know I like RFK Jr., right? and you know I like Donald J. Trump. And I always said these two need to join forces because they would make a great team. They would make a great duo. And it is official. RFK Jr. has officially dropped out from the race. And he has also endorsed Donald J. Trump for president.
That's as of this morning, right? Or
yeah, no, that happened yesterday, I think. Oh. Yesterday. So, if you guys follow politics, the Democrat Party kept RFK Jr. from being on the ballot. They kept him from being on the debate team. They gave him so many hoops to jump through. They told him, you got to get this many signatures. He surpassed that. They told him, you got to raise this much money. He surpassed that. They told him, you got to get on this many states on the ballot. He did it. He went and did everything possible that he could to run for president and be on the ballot. And the Democrat Party screwed him over and over and over again. The only way they got him was because he put down his address in New York, but he lives in California. But his address in New York, that's where he runs all his businesses from. He always puts that on any business that he conducts. He puts the New York address. Well, in New York, they sued him. There was a super PAC that said that this was illegal. They got him out of the ballot. Other states followed. They basically screwed him over. They gave him no option but to drop out. Dirty tricks, politics is what we call it. He drops out and immediately endorses Donald J. Trump. Why? A lot of people say he's a traitor. A lot of people say, well, you know what? You always talk shit about Trump. You always say this, that, and the other. You got to think of it this way. RFK Jr. is genuine. He's genuine to his cause. He's always been an advocate for the environment, an advocate for health. So, in order to accomplish that, you cannot be on a team. You cannot be on Team Democrat, Team Republican. You got to be on Team America. It doesn't matter who's president, who's in charge. If you want to make a change, you got to work with anyone. You guys remember when I don't know if you follow this, but Ice Cube spoke to Donald Trump and everyone was talking shit to him. And he said, hey, you know what? Donald Trump was the only one that was willing to talk to me. Everyone else told me to kick rocks. If you want to accomplish something, you stop joining teams. Instead, you work with whoever's willing to give you a chance and you get something done. So that's what he did, right? And Donald J. Trump has promised him a position as I don't know if it's a health advisor. I don't know exactly what the position is, but it includes having to do with the environment. It includes having to do with health, which I think is a great idea.
So Trump offered RFK a cabinet position.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be really good. A good balance.
Well,
in the sense of you kind of get the best of both worlds.
Exactly. It's not just a good balance, but it's also a way for, well, yeah, I guess it does come down to balance, but a way to unite people, especially people who are apolitical, people who are not in a cult, who are not in a team. You know, they go, okay, well, I just want something normal. I'm tired of all this BS, tired of all this infighting within politics in the clown show. And so having RFK Jr. join the team, I feel like it's going to bring a lot of the people in the center, a lot of the normal people, the normies is what they call them, to come back to politics and say, hey, you know what? I may not like Donald Trump, but I like RFK Jr. I like his message. I like what he has to say. And I feel like he's promising for the country. I feel like he's a step forward for the country. And it's going to bring people to the side of Donald Trump, which as a conservative is what I would prefer. So I'm happy about this. I like both of them. I like RFK Jr. and I like Trump. And their team up to me is a step in the right direction. I'm happy that it's happening. I don't like the Democrats. I don't like what they've done to the country. Ever since Biden came into office, every gas went through the roof. Wars went through the roof. Inflation is going up. I mean, you name it. They haven't done anything right since I get into the White House. I know you don't really follow politics that much as I do, but I mean, what is your general idea? Like somebody who doesn't really follow politics, like from that perspective.
See, I follow it in the sense of what is kind of talked about the most, like what pops up on my feed or what you tell me, because I am conservative and everything. Biden's a fucking moron. He doesn't know which way is up, which way is down, which way to walk off the stage. He wants to smell and lick babies. Like that's who's been running our country. Oh my god. I've been telling you this, and this has always been my opinion, even as a conservative, regardless. I feel like what would benefit this country the most is having like an age limit. Like, you can't run for president until you reach a certain age. Well, you can't run for president once you're basically a foot in the ground. So,
Right.
because you can't have borderline dementia run the country.
Right.
And have Congress and your vice president pretty much run the show behind closed doors.
Right.
So I'm voting for Trump. I voted for Trump last time because he actually has all his senses, especially compared to Biden. Good Lord, Janice. But
look up real quick. What was the age of?
I'm just gonna do it on my phone.
Yeah, look up. How old was George Washington, our first president?
When he became president.
When he became president. Yeah. Let's look that up. I'm kind of curious because you just made a great point about old age.
Oh my god, that's the second search. Hold on. 1789. What did I say? 32. He was 57.
57, and he became. So our first president was 57 years old. Now, if you do a quick search of the founding fathers, the age of the founding fathers, it's surprising the age that these guys were. The people who founded our country. Just wait till you see. A lot of these guys were young as hell.
Okay, so on July 4th, 1776, James Monroe was 18.
Damn.
Aaron Burr was 20.
Damn.
Alexander Hamilton, 21. James Madison, 25.
Damn.
Jefferson, 33.
Damn.
John Adams, 40.
Okay.
Washington, 44.
Wow. Guys, so talk about the founding fathers of the country. Now we have fucking mummies in charge. We have people that are having brain aneurysm in front of the camera. They're literally giving a speech and they just pause and stay still. Like,
can't
what?
Say like what did he try to say? Electricity, election.
Oh, fucking Biden the other day at the DNC thing, the event that happened. He's like, women are electoral. He said, women are electrical.
And then he made the face of like,
ugh. So these are the people running the country today. How the fuck did we get from 18-year-old to a fucking 102-year-old running the country? In what world does that make sense?
None.
So, anyways, getting back to the RFK situation, he said something that made a lot of sense to me, and I hadn't thought about before. Because if you ask a progressive, you ask a liberal about healthcare, we all agree, right, left, conservative, Democrat, whatever. We all agree that the healthcare system in America is trash, complete garbage. You compare it to other people around the world, we have the worst, the most expensive, and worst healthcare system internationally. And when you ask a liberal, well, how do we fix it? They say Medicare for all. They say just give everyone free healthcare. Let's catch up to the rest of the world, and that'll fix our issues. Well, not necessarily. You got to remember, America is very different from the rest of the world. Yes, we are. I don't care if you don't accept that. It's the fucking truth. We separate ourselves from the rest of the world in many ways. But here's the thing. One of the ways that we're different from, and it's not always positive, all right? One of the ways we are different from the rest of the world, we're a fat fucking country. We're obese. So RFK Jr. stands up there and say, we are spending so much money on healthcare because we have so much chronic disease compared to the rest of the world. We have so much chronic disease. We have so much diabetes. We have so much heart attacks, heart disease, so much cases of cancer. I mean, we have some of the most unhealthy people around the world.
And you know what's wild? People in America who have like a gluten allergy or celiac disease, which you can't really have bread or anything, they'll go to Europe, like Italy or whatever. They'll eat the bread, the pasta, the pizza, and they're fine
Really?
because how they process food, not just like homemade bread, homemade pasta, or even store bought pasta and stuff, it's vastly different than in America because our FDA approves certain things that in Europe they don't approve of. Like there was, I think it was a Reddit post like a couple years ago that went viral where they listed like processed foods in America that they ban in Europe, and not just a specific country, almost all of Europe. Like Kraft mac and cheese, for example, you can't find that in Europe anywhere.
That's garbage.
It is. So, and plus Europe, in for the most part, obviously, is a walking country. Here you mainly have to commute, but even if you do walk, like why is it if you have a gluten allergy here you can eat gluten over there?
Mm-hmm.
And in Denmark, I'm half Danish, so my dad even confirmed this, and my relatives and stuff there. One, you're taxed a lot higher in Europe in general when you pay your taxes. That's one reason they can afford the healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
But two, in Denmark specifically, I can't speak on other countries. They tax, like if you're going to the grocery store, if you try to buy junk food, they tax that at a higher rate than if you get like fruits, vegetables, and all that stuff.
It's almost like cigarettes where they're raising the
Yeah.
price of cigarettes now.
So it's to discourage you from getting the
Mhm.
junk food. It's like, oh, instead of paying $20 for a box of donuts, here's $10 for a basket of fresh berries or whatever, So they're trying to make the country healthy
Right.
because, oh, the government's paying for your health care. They're like, fuck, we don't want fat fucks and diabetic fucks.
Right.
Like, we need y'all healthy.
Exactly. And that's
we don't want to pay for it.
Exactly. That's where RFK was alluding to. He was basically saying, yeah, we do have the most expensive healthcare system, but why? Why? If you're saying Medicare for all, you're putting a band-aid on the problem. The problem is deeper than that. The problem is we're very unhealthy people. We have mental health crisis. We have drug abuse problems. Right? We have obesity problems. We're made fun of for that. And the answer is not Medicare for all. The answer is make our people healthy. And RFK Jr. is up there saying, well, if you look at Americans in the 70s, even the 80s, they were so much healthier. I mean, everyone and their mama has autism now.
I was about to say that.
Yeah,
like, the rates
everyone
are
has
higher now.
autism. All this chronic disease. So, anyways, whatever. What I'm trying to say is RFK Jr. He's been fighting for these issues for ages, for such a long time. Talking about the environment. If you look at his track record of fighting for the environment, you will see what a great man he is and how thoughtful he is and how much he really cares. Okay? So this is not a man, we're not talking about somebody who's a fucking cult follower. Okay? He doesn't care if you're a Democrat, if you're a Republican. This man will work with Obama, same way he will work with Trump. His mission is his mission, regardless of who's in office.
That's how it should be.
But that's how it should be. So I don't know what, like, all these fucking liberals and Democrats are talking shit about him for joining Trump. At the end of the day, it's Team America.
Thank you.
So I don't know. I have a soft spot for RFK Jr., but that's because I also liked I liked his uncle, JFK, and even his dad was a great person, Robert F. Kennedy Sr.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm getting at. I feel like Trump and RFK Jr. working together is a great team up. And I feel like it's going to send a big blow to the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party, it fucked them over. RFK Jr. is going to have the last laugh. I guarantee it. He's going to have the last laugh. They're going to get to the White House. We're going to make America great again. And we're going to make America healthy again.
Yay. And I'm like super excited for the election this year.
I am too. I hope. Look, the scary part is that I know you probably haven't seen them, but if you're a conservative and you don't follow anything on the left, I follow both sides. I listen to what they both have to say. Okay, Tim Walz, the VP for Harris, he's dangerous. I'm telling you that right now.
Really?
He's dangerous.
How?
because he knows how to excite people. Now, I always say the Democrats are the Democrat. Kamala's people are Kamala's people. Trump's people are Trump's people. Think about the people in the middle. Think about the people in the center. The people who can swing either way, the purple states.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have Tim Walz, the VP nominee with Kamala Harris. He's from Minnesota. His people like him in Minnesota. They think, and that's the Midwest. Okay, that's the Rust Belt. We're talking about the purple states. All right. This man is popular in the state, and he knows how to excite the people in the middle. So if Trump and his VP, JD Vance, if they're not careful, they're going to get smoked just by this man alone. Tim Walz, the Democrat VP, he can get Kamala elected. If they get elected, it's because of him. He's dangerous. Not only is he a good speaker, he's very charismatic.
That's a salesman.
He's a salesman.
That's a salesman personality. He's the one who can get you to buy the car you can't afford because he gets you excited and makes you think you can afford it.
Exactly. He's from what I've seen, he's not a genuine guy. Look, let me tell you something about Tim Walz, okay? This is coming from someone who served in the military, someone who went overseas, did the thing, put on the uniform,
did all the things,
okay? And this is not a diss to anyone. This is not a diss to anyone's service. I respect people's service. Support the troops. Come on.
Oh, I wouldn't. Shirt I steal from you.
I wouldn't diss anybody's service. But let's talk about this for a second. Mr. Tim Walz, that's the VP nominee. He comes out talking about AR-15s. He says he wants to ban AR-15s because he says, "Oh, I carry these weapons in war. Civilians shouldn't be carrying them in war." And everyone in the public started clapping and cheering. Okay, let me explain something to you. First of all, AR-15s are not military weapons. They're not. AR-15s are civilian weapons. In the military, you carry an M4. That's a fully automatic rifle. It looks like an AR-15, but it's not an AR-15. It's an M4, fully automatic rifle. An AR-15 is a semi-automatic rifle. Different, okay? Mr. Tim Walz is fooling you. Being, what's the term? Bamboozled?
Bamboozled.
Bamboozled, okay? He's fooling you. Here's the other thing. Apparently, Mr. Tim Walz never deployed. He was in the National Guard. He never went overseas. He said he carried this weapon in war, never even went to a combat zone.
What was the war? The parking lot to find parking?
Right. So
Jesus Christ.
So you tell me what type of man that is.
Cowardly.
Okay.
Would that be considered stolen valor, even though he was in the National Guard?
That's okay. That's the argument that's going around right now. People are saying some people are saying, "Hey, that's stolen valor. You're claiming that you went to war when you didn't. You're claiming that you were in a combat zone when you weren't."
Yeah, that's a night and day difference.
Apparently, some people from his unit are saying that he abandoned them.
Ooh.
When they got deployed, they got activated.
Girl?
He's saying, "No, I retired 2 months before they got deployed." So you mean to tell me you're gonna retire right before your team needs you, your leadership, and they go out to war?
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I'm just saying, people. I'm just saying. This is the man that's the VP for Kamala Harris for the Democrat Party. The man who claimed that he carried an AR-15 in war, which doesn't make sense because they don't issue you an AR-15 in the military. Number two, he didn't go to war. He retired before his unit deployed overseas. He's never been overseas. So, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just speaking the facts, what's out there.
I feel like that's a slap in the face. Like, for even if you want to argue stolen valor, like that part aside, that's just a slap in the face. Like, you would think he would know this stuff.
No.
But
not by a long shot. But JD Vance, if you don't know, that's Trump's VP.
Mhm.
JD Vance is an actual veteran who actually went to war, who was actually in a combat zone. He's saying that Tim Walz, he's accusing Tim Walz of stolen valor. I don't know, guys. I kind of see what he's talking about there. Like I said, I don't like to diss anybody's a military record. It's not my place to do so, but I do kind of agree with what JD Vance is saying. That does seem like stolen valor to me. You can't claim that you weren't in a place that you weren't. It just, you know,
and, it rubs me the wrong way. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I think we need more alcohol.
I think so too. You know what? I'm gonna keep this rolling, entertain my audience.
I'm always the one that
Well.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like the mic's still on. So it might reach. I might still be able to say some stuff. But go ahead and talk.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll talk. Can you hear me?
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, I can hear you, but not in my little earphone thing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, I'm curious what you guys, the listeners / viewers, think, because I think this is one of the most, if not the most interesting election years we're going to have. Now, like Mario said, I'm not super political. I am conservative. I am a Republican, but I'm not following every little thing that's happening. This is going to be very interesting. It makes me almost think of like like one of those reality shows like Love is Blind or Love Island or something like that, where there's just so much fucking drama. And you're just like, at the end of the day, you don't know who's going to win. But Lord have mercy, we need to come back in the office. That's my opinion. I'm curious what you guys think. I swear to God, there's this. I swear to God. Anyway. Another thing that I'm curious about is the fact that the summer is almost over. I'm curious what the like fall and winter season hold. Like that's usually my time. Like fall's my time. I have been dying in this IE heat. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't know why it keeps having me entertain you guys. I feel so awkward. I'm like, right. But crazy thing happened. This is a little side story that happened to me yesterday, 2 days ago. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago with the cat?
Oh, it was. I think
that was
yesterday. I think it
Did
was
I
yesterday.
finish the wine?
I don't know where the wine is. I just
It's in the freezer.
Oh, I gave you the wine that I left.
No, I need freezer wine, please.
Okay.
So I went to the gym and I parked right in front of the door and I opened my door and I hear meowing. Like, what in the world? And right in front of the door to the gym, there's a box of kittens. And I was like, oh my God, I call this man when he's at work. I'm like, can we bring home a cat? They're so cute. And they're like little babies, like maybe 3 weeks old or so. And okay, now his computer's being weird. He's like, no, the big dogs are gonna eat them, blah blah blah. But someone like left a whole bunch of cats in the parking lot. The gym employees put them in the box, and luckily members are taking them home. But that is terrible. Who would leave a whole bunch of cats? They're probably strays, obviously, but that was so sad.
Somebody found Chinese food, or what do you say?
No, it's not Chinese with the cats.
Same.
Wow.
Where's Okay, whatever.
I think it's on top of the crate.
I'll eat. All right. I'm back.
I'm not gonna lie, I was awkward for a little bit. I was just like, meh.
Oh, it's okay. It's no biggie. My audience, they're very kind people. All two of them.
I'm one of them. You're the other one.
Donald's the other one.
3.
It's all 3 of us. Hey. Okay, anyways. All right, let's go with the next topic.
Oh, Patrick watches this too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it's 4 of us. Hell yeah.
Little family.
You better send him this.
I will. Once
Okay.
you send me the link.
I will send you a link.
Yeah, you do.
All right. Next topic. I'm gonna skip one topic because it's not. Well, I'm gonna briefly bring it up, but I'm not gonna go into detail about it because there's really much to talk about. There was another threat against Donald Trump. So Trump was in Arizona. He was giving a speech, and he learned. I don't know. Someone told him he got some intelligence as he's giving the speech that there was a threat against his life. So in the middle of the speech, he goes, "So I just found out that they're trying to kill me again."
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I would do the same thing. Like, well,
he's like,
gotta go.
He's like, "Well, we better get out of here." And then apparently there was a young reporter trying to interview him. And he goes, "Hey, you know what? We shouldn't be doing this. I'm in danger. You're in danger." He's like, "We should just wrap it up. I'm leaving." So he just
here's my card. We'll talk later.
But apparently the guy who was who made the threat that he was going to assassinate him is a pedo. He's a pedophile that he failed to report or register himself as a sex offender in Arizona when he moved there.
And so he was registered in a different state.
He had a warrant for his arrest for different sexual assaults.
They caught him, right?
Yeah, he got caught. Yeah, he got arrested. So, second attempt on Trump. And if you look at there was a recent footage of Trump giving a speech surrounded by bulletproof glass. So, it sucks that it has to come to that, guys. But these fucking pedos out here, man. These Democrats. I mean, pedos. They're running wild, man. They're running wild. Now, let me tell you this. It is not the Republicans. It is the Democrats who have been trying to normalize the term minor attracted person.
I know.
In California, they're trying to use the term. I don't know if they're already using it, like legally. Minor attracted person.
So, absolutely not. Didn't they do that in Florida already?
Hell no.
Was it Florida?
No, Florida's gangster, man. Florida got Ron DeSantis. That man's holding it down.
Florida's full of old people who live in a Boca.
Okay, look, check this out, though. Florida got some gangsters out there. They got some shooters up there, right?
And crackheads, yes. But yeah.
But not all Florida.
California, man. Oh my God. I'm going to have a brain aneurysm.
So, anyways, I'm just reporting the news. This is what's going on. They try to kill my boy Trump again, but he will not go that easy. He's going to persevere. He's going to drain the swamp.
I love your Trump.
And we will take the White House and we will make America great again, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, no one has ever seen numbers like this before. Crowds like this. No one has ever seen this. Trump will take the White House. We will make America great again.
And also, what? Canada has had an attempted assassination attempt twice before actually being president. Like, we've had Lincoln, we've got JFK, but they, succeeded. They went, unalived. But attempts, and you're not even
Ronald
president.
Reagan.
Oh, yeah, and Reagan.
Republican, baby, let's go.
Can we hope that if and when, I'm manifesting it, when Trump is president again, Secret Service is on, top-notch game. Like, we got SEAL Team 6 as Secret Service.
They got embarrassed. They better be on point because they just got royally
Dude, embarrassed. Those girls had no idea what the hell they were doing.
Man.
They're like,
They were like, the girl with the
and she couldn't even put her...
She was like... If she said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna put it right here in my pants, put it in my back pocket for now." Like that shit was
embarrassing.
Embarrassing. The world, if the rest of the world was watching this, I'm telling you, we're better. That's not who represents us. I'm telling you that right now. That's not. No. I know where my holster is every time. Jesus Christ.
All day, you guys. I've heard this.
All right, I'm gonna make a pause just in case. All right, so we're having some technical difficulties with my computer. It keeps messing up, and I don't know why.
The ghost.
The ghost or whatever it is. But luckily, I was smart this time. I'm not just recording off this mic, I'm recording off these little mics too. It doesn't have the best sound, but we will make it work, guys. We will make it work.
Bless you.
That was a mic test.
Sure. Is there more wine?
We're all out.
No.
Enjoy that little bit of wine.
Okay.
The only thing that's left is for us to enjoy for the rest of the evening.
Okay.
Anyways. So yeah, that was it. They tried to kill Trump. My boy didn't. My boy's still standing. They can't get him.
You must be doing something right if the pedophiles don't like you.
Seriously. Oh, shit. Oh,
and full disclosure, you guys, he said that before the audio went to shit. I'm not taking credit for that. He said that.
Yeah, if the pedos are trying to get you, you must be doing something right. Smoke this out a little more. Look at that. That's so beautiful. Oh, shit. My table's on fire. Oh, hell no. Oh. She's dead as fuck. All right. Look at that. That's just beautiful. Look at this. It's like a potion.
Oh my god, that smells so good.
Hell yeah. Anyways, what's next? Oh, you want to talk about the telomere thing?
Oh, this thing?
Yeah. Okay. So this is very interesting. I don't know why I'm talking to this mic. It's irrelevant at this point.
It's a prop.
Yeah, it's a prop. Yeah, it's not even there. So apparently they found the fountain of youth. That's correct. Jamie.
And it's not Botox.
Do me a favor.
Okay.
Look
what do you
up,
need, Joe?
You can do it on your phone or you can do it.
Oh, thank God.
What is a telomere? Let's talk about
Isn't that what this is? Or is this from school?
Actually, my first tactic. What is a telomere? Although this computer is full of shit. Let's talk about it.
Let's put on the author voice, the secretary voice.
Let's do it.
It's pronounced telomeres?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Telomeres are protein structures found at the ends of chromosomes in the eukaryotic, thank you. Eukaryotic DNA.
Eukaryotic DNA.
Yes. They are made up of repetitive DNA sequences and are similar to the cap on the end of a shoelace. The aglet is what it's called for those of you who don't know. The aglet. Protecting the chromosome from damage and fraying.
Okay, so just this explains it pretty well, but basically you have your Y chromosomes, you have your X chromosomes, or as the liberals say, it doesn't really matter. But
I just heard
the telomere the telomere is basically a cap on your chromosome at the end of the chromosome, which protects it. Okay, it protects it from various things, including damage, including the way it replicates itself.
So it says here, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I just started reading more and I got really intrigued.
Go ahead.
So it protects the DNA from binding to each other or themselves, allowing for a complete replication.
Yeah.
And it does control the lifespan by shortening each time the cell divides. So when it becomes too short, the cell can no longer divide and then it dies. And then what you were just saying, it helps ensure that the genome remains intact.
Right. So if you think about it, the more it shortens, the closer it gets to death. So now that we have that piece of information, now if you're wondering what a eukaryotic DNA is, in very basic terms, eukaryotes. So cells are divided into eukaryotes and prokaryotes. I have a
prokaryotic organisms are usually unicellular, while eukaryotic organisms can be either unicellular or multicellular.
So basically, think about bacteria. Okay, that's a very single cell organism. Okay, we are eukaryotes. We have Okay, more than one cell, more than a single cell, more complex. Okay, when it comes to cellular structure. So that's the difference. Now look up. I think my second tab there.
Life expectancy.
So what it says about life expectancy. There's various different theories on life expectancy. So see if you can read some of that for my beautiful audience.
I'm right here.
You're one of them. That's damn sure.
Let's see. So, some studies suggest that telomere length may be a factor in life expectancy, while others suggest that it may not be a reliable predictor. One study found that the rate at which telomeres shorten is a better predictor of a species' lifespan than its initial telomere length. The study also found that when telomeres shorten to a critical length, it can trigger aging and shorter lifespans in humans and mice. Let's see. Another study found that longer telomeres may be associated with increased life expectancy. However, studies have found that some people with shorter telomeres live longer than those with longer telomeres. These studies suggest that other factors such as lifestyle, genetics, stress, and environment may also play a role in aging and disease. A study by Johns Hopkins Medicine found that people with long telomeres may be more likely to develop benign and cancerous tumors. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So obviously, there's a lot of conflicting studies. One says one thing and one says the other, but there is a correlation. There is a link between telomeres and life expectancy that we can assure based on the studies. Okay, so there was a recent story that I heard. There was a video. Okay, and I cannot find it for the life of me. Maybe you can find it while I speak.
Okay.
But
on YouTube?
I found it on YouTube, but maybe you can Google it.
Okay.
There was a dog that was dying of cancer. It was an older dog and it was dying of cancer. Well, there was a doctor that was working on an experimental drug involving telomeres. They used this experimental drug on the dog, and it's almost like it brought the dog back to life. The dog no longer has cancer, but not only that, it's acting like a younger dog again. It's walking again, it's playful again. Like this dog was basically dying. It was old and it was cancerous, and it was like, dude, I'm checking out. I'm ready to go. This apparently this experiment was able to lengthen the dog's telomeres by 200%. And it almost like it started reversing the aging process of the dog. Did you find anything on it?
I found something, but I don't know if it.
What did you find? Let's see.
Telomere.
Maybe it might say something, maybe it explains something.
Or any of these videos you saw.
No, maybe it's something you guys have to Google on your own. But
For this one.
Let's see, telomeres and which one?
This one.
No. Let's go ahead and read off of this. It's just the beginning parts of this
The summary part?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome, Joe. Let's see. Telomeric DNA repeats are lost as normal somatic cells replicate. I'm already lost. Oh Lord. When telomeres reach a critically short length, a DNA damage signal is initiated, inducing cell senescence. Sure. Some studies have indicated that telomere length correlates with mortality, suggesting that telomere length contributes to human lifespan. However, other studies report no correlation, and thus the issue remains controversial. Domestic dogs show parallels in telomere biology to humans with similar telomere length, telomere attrition, and absence of somatic cell how do you say that word? Telomerase? Cell telomerase?
Telomeres.
Activity, sure. Using this model, we find that peripheral blood mononuclear cell oh god, how did I pass biology and chemistry and all that? Telomere length is a strong predictor of average lifespan among 15 different breeds, consistent with telomeres playing a role in lifespan determination. Dogs lose telomeric DNA about tenfold faster than humans, which is similar to the ratio of average lifespans between these species. Breeds with shorter mean telomere lengths show an increased probability of death from cardiovascular disease, which was previously correlated with short telomere length in humans. Lordy. Basically saying that, which is true, anyone who is a dog owner knows this, when you have a large breed dog, they live shorter than a small breed dog. So Great Danes, Golden Retrievers, Labs, probably are two big morons.
Mm-hmm.
They live maybe on average to 8 years old, but if you're lucky, 10, 11, 12, maybe 15 years, versus small dogs like Chihuahuas, Yorkies, Shih Tzus. They can easily live even up to 20 years if you're really lucky, but average is way past like 10. So like 10 to 12, 12 to 15 if you're really lucky, up to 20. So in our case, Max, there's a good chance Max will outlive Lala and Debo.
Right. Most likely.
So the smaller the dog, typically, if all health and everything is good, they live longer than the big dogs.
So, right. So here's in humans, and actually in all living things, let's compare, like, let's use an analogy. So think of human life as a printer. You buy a brand new printer like this one, right? I just replaced my printer. I had an old printer. I just got this. You buy this printer and you're printing out a bunch of shit, and it's giving you a lot of good prints, right? Your pictures, whatever you want to print out of it, it's shooting it out.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good. You have this printer for 5 years, 10 years. My last printer, I had it for 15 years.
Damn.
And the thing started to take a shit on me. Like, it stopped working. It just would, no matter how much maintenance I did, how much I tried to clean it, no matter what I did, this printer just wouldn't work anymore. It was making bad copies. That's how the human body is. The human body replicates cells. All living things, all living organisms replicate cells. The older you get, the older your printer gets.
Mm-hmm.
The older your cells get. The worse the images get, the worse the copies get. And so you get cancer, you get bad copies. These bad copies start to replicate themselves. Okay, all it takes is one cell to fuck up, make a bad copy of itself, like a mutated copy of itself. That bad cell continues to replicate, and you got cancer. Okay, so apparently, if these telomeres, if this theory is correct, these telomeres, if they're lengthened, that means that they protect against this process, the process of bad copies from cells, for cell replication. Now, this is where I'm going to put it all together. Okay? Conservatives and liberals have been having this fight for generations, for a long time. The study of stem cells. Okay? Conservatives don't like the idea of stem cell research. Damn, I'm dark as fuck. Okay. The light just went out. Conservatives don't like the idea of stem cell research because they say that you need to take the stem cells from an aborted baby. Conservatives don't like abortion. Okay? Liberals say, hey, fuck it. They're already aborted. They're already dead. Take the cells, use them for something good. It's an ongoing political issue, okay? We have reached the point where we don't need to have that argument anymore because we can study stem cells, we can study telomeres by these studies that we've been having, okay? The science, biological progress that we've been having, okay? We can now eliminate the problem between the conservatives and the liberals arguing over stem cells by going further into the study of telomeres.
And the way they do that is they get white blood samples collected from registered dogs of established breeds. And the age of each dog was established at the time of collection. Samples were drawn by licensed professionals through venipuncture of, cephalic vein as approved by the National Human Genome Research Institute and or the University of Calgary Animal Care and Use Committee. Mm-hmm. In all cases, blood samples were collected into acid citrate dextrose or EDTA anticoagulant. DNA isolation was performed using standard proteinase K digestion followed by phenylchloroform extraction. Essentially getting it from dogs.
Basically.
No aborted babies.
No aborted babies.
But with how abortions are, some people usually do it at home sometimes. They take the pill. No vacuums up the cooter.
No vacuums.
No vacuums.
Only coat hangers.
Only coat hangers. But the good coat hangers from dry cleaner.
You got to get the good ones. Can't just do it with the plastic ones. You got to get the good shit. All right? Okay, I'm going to stop. But yeah. So, very interesting stuff. We might have stumbled upon the Fountain of Youth by accident. Regardless, this is a good thing. This is something we want, okay? Now, what does that mean for the future? Because we've made a lot of technological advances, progress. Biology may be making its way into the future. We may make a lot of biological progress in the future. If so, I'm looking forward to it. Final thoughts on that?
I think that's really cool and it makes a lot of sense, in all honesty. Mm-hmm. And if this is the middle ground to avoid throwing politics into scientific research, I'm for it. Also, I think some women, if they don't do anything with the placenta, that you can use that for stem cell research.
Wow. Yeah, that is true.
Because that is in there.
Yeah.
But some people do is because they say that it helps with balancing out your hormones after you give birth, they'll take a part of it and essentially blend it into a smoothie and you drink it.
What the fuck? Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know about any of that, guys. I've never heard about any of that.
That's true.
I will not have a placenta smoothie. I'm telling you.
That's not for you. That's for the woman.
Unless you put some peanut butter in it and you put some bananas in there, put a little bit of placenta in there. Maybe I'll have a placenta smoothie. You guys want to have a placenta smoothie?
But I think that's what they do. They jokes aside, they do the stem cell research with the placenta because you can't argue anything over placenta. Otherwise, it goes in the garbage.
Nice. Yeah, true. That's a ball of cells. That's some weird shit. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But it's weird. Anywho, is there any topics you would like to discuss before we get off the part?
None that I can think of.
So I guess that settles it, ladies and gentlemen. I know you can't see me right now. I am dark as shit. Listen, I understand I am a dark-skinned brother, okay? I know this. Now I am visible. Now I am not. Now I am here again. And now I'm gone. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where this light is coming from. I think Jesus has my back and he's... Oh, it's you. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this was today's podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Even if we were having technical difficulties, we got through this. You read the words that you couldn't read before, and now you understand this. What did you learn today? What did you learn today? What did you guys learn today? What did I learn today?
That the ghost has it out for you.
The ghost hates me. Fucking ghost.
See, you say shit like this, and then things fall, and things beep, and I get thrown into a podcast.
You know what? I will turn myself into a ghost just to fight this motherfucker and come back to life. This dude wants beef. I will go into the spirit realm. I will fight this dude. I will piece him out, piece him up, and I will come back into my body, and he will never bother us again.
What if it's a female? What if it's a child?
Equal opportunity type of guy.
Oh,
I will stomp that little ghost out. Okay? I'm letting you know right now. I have no mercy on ghosts. I don't care the age. If he died, look, if this little fucker died in the 20s, he's still roaming. This motherfucker is technically not a child anymore. He grow up, Ghost. Grow up.
Apparently would have grown up and still been dead.
Yeah, well, that's his fault for dying.
Oh, the tuberculosis.
Anyways, guys, we are out.
Audi 5000.
And this was another episode of Whiskey Talk with Mario.